New dev notes are here, boys. They just posted this and I have not even looked. Sometimes I do like to read through before recording, but they've been talking about a bunch of stuff that we're waiting for, so I want to be surprised by these dev notes in a good way. It doesn't seem to be very long by the length of the page here, but we'll see. So. Okay, it's just doing fluff. 50 million downloads has happened. We know that the results are achieved thanks to the love and interest of our players. They're thanking us very, very much. To all the players who are enjoying Grand Cross, I would like to board developers note to once again express my gratitude. Oh, interesting. Okay, so 2022 will be the 10th anniversary of the manga of Seven Deadly Sins, which is, you know, a little bit based on Grand Cross, actually. The Seven Deadly Sins manga was based on this game called Grand Cross. They just didn't do anything about the Ragnarok part. In commemoration of the 10th anniversary of Deadly Sins, they're going to give us 100 gems through a login. Okay. While celebrating the 10th anniversary. Are they going to do any events for this? I don't think they will. Bro, this is the PNG I use for my thumbnails. I know, because they have like this like shitty crop. Right, you can see there's like a shitty crop that I always smooth with the brush. Why didn't they smooth it with the brush? It just looks odd. I know this PNG, I have it. Anyway, and this is impact as well. I always okay. Anyways, bro, they have 3 people working on the game. That I could have made this graphic better on my own free time and given it to them. Damn. Okay. Okay, as I was saying, I hope they make something about it, but I guess they're just gonna be saying thanks and not actually doing anything related to the anniversary of Seven Deadly Sins. The second half of the update will be Halloween seasonal update, which we've been expecting. Sorry, I know I always pull up, but listen, it's a necessity. When does the Halloween banner usually come out? Like middle of October? 7th of October actually was last year, but I think that the year before, no, it was the first week of October. I'm sorry. Yeah, it should be next patch. Thursday should be Halloween banner. This Halloween will plan to unveil a special story. Okay, we want to provide an experience that is a little different from the existing character stories and battle focused stories with special stories. Okay, I mean. They're talking about, you know, celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Seven Deadly Sins manga. It would be a little odd if for the celebration of it, they just throw in Ragnarok, you know? Okay. Simultaneous repulsion event. Many players have been well received with the okay, this is the update to doing multiple of the same raid when doing it once. Great update, by the way. Now I'm actually doing my raids again daily. That's crazy. I know. In addition, it has been confirmed that many players are actually using the function to play annihilation battles. Yeah, that's what the function does. Especially in cases of the annihilation battles, the content is directly related to the character's super evolution. We know that there are many players who apply the simultaneous repel function to the, you know, the 3 ones. The battle is an event that was held to reduce the burden of playing regular content. They concentrate on event-related content during large-scale events. I know all this. I don't know why they're repeating this. They've said this like 5 times already in previous like patch notes and stuff. I think the need for permanence. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm reading this a little bit faster in my head because okay. If you don't know, I don't have the game open right now. I literally just closed it. The simultaneous clear function for deathmatch is actually not permanent. That is an event thing that, since it has been introduced, there's just been a continuous like amount of events that we've got. Because you know, it was introduced during the anniversary. And it was meant to hold for, I don't know, like a month. And then it came back for Estarossa. And then it came back again for the collab, and then it came back again for Maryland. So it's like it's never really left. And they're just saying they're just gonna, I guess, being permanent. So that's good. That was a concern people in my chat were having, like, oh, it's gonna leave, it's gonna be annoying again. There should be a permanent thing. I don't see why it shouldn't be permanent. I think they should, honestly, I said this in a previous video, they should just remove the old raids. Make characters already drop at level 80 and remove the old raids. Being honest. About Super Boss 4 Archangels. Ooh, okay. For the previous update, many players supported the Archangel final boss. In particular, received various opinions about the higher difficulty. Some of the comments were positive, while some were disappointing. I think the higher difficulty is nice. I just don't like... The only thing I don't like was that it was very character specific. Like, if you didn't have King, it was really hard. Like, to the point where it felt like, why would you even do it, really? You could still do it, even if you didn't have King. But if you did have King, it was pretty easy, because King's shield really like cocked the boss. But yeah, he's just very character specific, and that's something that I talked about again in the previous video. One of the worst things about the game right now is the lack of characters, because them releasing so little characters per year means that there's way less options for stuff, and making activities like this that are very character specific is not very good. First of all, we received feedback from many players that they are glad they were able to enjoy the challenge and strategy that matches the fame of the early super boss fights. That is very true. That the final boss we just got, the highest difficulty, was what used to be the level of difficulty of final boss back in the day. While renewing the super battle boss, I'm relieved that my worries about providing fun challenges that match the growth players were not wasted. Other parts received feedback that was not good to play according to the growth stats of the items in the shop that were separated by this reorganization. Yeah, because it was 2 different coins. The aggro for this part was also the part that I was worried about for the purpose of challenging about the higher difficulties. I'm grateful for the many favorable opinions about the costume design. Yes, the costume design, not only the design of it was good, the fact that it works on both Sauriels was a great choice. Also provided feedback, or received feedback, sorry, that if the existing final boss were to be repeated, it would be reorganized on the system. Yes, yes. Bro, they need to make a new final boss Ascanor, new final boss Milio, new final boss for everyone, with a new costume that works on every single version of that character. It would be so good. Do one every single month, or honestly, every single 2 weeks. If they're gonna, okay, they can do a new one every month, and on the flip, like when that one leaves, because the event will last 2 weeks, when that one leaves, bring back an old one. By that time, it's just continuous free gems, and that's something that, you know, they need to listen. I always say that this game is very nice when it comes to the amount of gems we get compared to other games, but with how expensive festivals are and collabs and stuff being so exclusive, sometimes it feels like they should add like 100 plus like gems a month, just a little bit, you know, and it would be great. Like if they do final boss every single 2 weeks, that would be great for you know. And if the final boss comes back and you already have the costume, then you don't feel the pressure to do it, other than just getting the placement for the gems anyways, so you don't even need to farm it. It's just great gems. But yeah, however, we received many opinions about the parts that were disappointing. For the first reorganization, the parts that would need improvement. Among them, the most common was the balance of the shop goods, and it was necessary to clear many times. Yeah, it was. You did need to clear Sauriel so many times, which was kind of annoying. Like for me, when it came to the other shot, the other coin, not the one that was given by the highest difficulty, I just put on hard and just autoed while I was doing something else, because you need to do it so many times. I didn't want to bother actually like manually doing it. And on my free to play, I did like normal. So I just left it autoing. In addition, we received feedback that the difficulty to distinguish the exclusive goods. that we're separated this time and that you missed the reward you wanted. I feel like a lot of people did not even get the card. Like the card that was in the shop was so expensive. 100 of the new coins. If you couldn't just like do a decent farm on the highest difficulty, it was really not worth it. Because you know, maybe it would take you like, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes to beat the highest difficulty if you didn't have a proper team. And then you need to do it like what, 10 times? Maybe 12, 13 times, depending on how lucky you get on the drops. It's so terrible. Just to get that card. And like that card might end up being a card set eventually, but it wasn't even like that good of a card anyways. In this reorganization, for the first time, we have divided the goods in the shop. Yeah, you said this like 5 times. Can you get to the point? The second the second update will be November. Okay, so next month we're getting another one. I'm assuming Tormio. Based on the feedback of the players, we improve various parts. Okay. I have another special news for you. We're preparing. There is a full version, original soundtrack, original track. Oh, okay. They haven't released new music for Grand Cross since launch, I think. Maybe there's been for like a few events, but like they never do. The short original soundtracks that have been shown everyone the Ragnarok. Oh, okay, they did it for Ragnarok. I didn't even realize there were new original soundtracks. So far, it will be presented to everyone as a full version. Oh, they're gonna make a concert. I'll react to that live whenever they do that. I'm not expecting greatness. I mean, if if the original music is the K-pop they play on the Korean version, we'll see. We're also preparing an event that all will enjoy together. Oh, a different event. Okay. Draco's still lacking many parts, but I like to express my heart. Okay. Listen, I know you don't watch my videos, Mr. Cool. Love you. Okay? You're like one of the 3 people still working on the game. But the thing that's lacking in Grand Cross is staff, alright? New events, new characters are really what we need most. Because when it comes down to it, the game is very good. The thing that the game doesn't have is content right now. And it may seem stupid for me to say that because a lot of people do still feel kind of overwhelmed with Grand Cross when it comes to progression. But new content, we just got the Hawk boss again. Like, we haven't had new content in so long. Like, even for the ReZero event, yeah, we got that rabbit boss, which is okay. But they felt the need to, like, bring back, for half of the celebration, like, old stuff and rehash the story thing that they had. Not even bring new story. Only one character every 2 weeks. I've talked about this. It's just, like, very not lazy. I know the developers are... The 3 people still working on the game are working their ass off, but, like... You know, hopefully when Origin comes out, it will be a situation where they will either rehire people to work on the project again or get new people. But that's it. I mean, there's stuff here and there. I think PvP is in a decent spot. Honestly, the PvP meta is pretty balanced right now. So maybe not releasing as many characters has been healthy on that. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Not much here, actually. I might not even upload this. I mean, there's not much here. It's just like, okay, they're gonna keep the Annihilation battle, and final boss is coming. I mean, next year is Halloween. Parage, that is Halloween Escanor, and that's it. That's about it.